everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to The 100 with episode number 11 of Season 7. Excited to get into this episode. It's a bit weird reacting on a Friday, but because of the fact that I had a double bill of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to mark the ending of that show as well as D&D, there was little time to squeeze in The 100, so Friday would be my best bet to record this week's edition of The 100. And I'm excited to see what does happen, because we returned last week with quite some fashion, because things were happening on Sanctum, with Shadeheader gaining more influences. We had a duel between him and Indra, then followed by Maddie. And the only casualty was Russell's right eye, I think it is? Yeah. Yeah, he lost an eye only, so, yeah, but in doing so, he stood tall as he was about to execute Maddie, because Indra decided to bend the knee to him, and yeah, he's gotten more influences, so it's not looking good on Sanctum. And, you know, same can't be said with Bardo, because, you know, even though we've just spared the planet from a mass execution, we have lost Dioza. We have lost our first I guess, regular character on this show, with the fact that Dioza sacrificed herself to stop Hope from going through with executing everyone on Bardo, with the Gem 9, yeah. And I really like how her story came full circle, because her character was hated with her terrorist activities, and so her story ends by saving everyone from what Hope was planning on doing, from killing everyone. So I really liked how her sacrifice made her story come full circle. So yeah, I really like that touch for Dioza's character, but I'm gonna miss her severely, so yeah. But let's get into this episode of The 100. This is episode number 11 of Season 7. Let's go. It took like 7 episodes, but we have confirmation. Thank you, Bardo person number 576. Oh! Oh, he's gonna bash his head in this. Oh, no!
To do it, it's gonna take both of us working together.
It doesn't always have to be punchy, kicky. These two are gonna form the bestest of friendships, and then he's gonna die, isn't he?
There's trees in the forest. Limbs, you could just make a split, find the leg.
Shut up. Bite down hard.
You have to go through the worst of it, buddy.
2, 3.
Oh my god.
Told you it was gonna hurt. This pocket propaganda for another false god.
Yeah. And again, you could write your own story or something like that to pass the time. Spill out those creative juices. I just worry that he might get roped in.
More times than you can know, and let me tell you, it doesn't bring peace. Just death and pain, and if you're lucky enough to survive,
violence.
Another war.
I know who you are. Your beliefs. They're all about you. Your people, your system.
He's lived through this agony. These agonies of war.
Your selfish view of the universe makes me sick.
So,
oh my god.
I don't care about people. It is through me. It is because of me. You. It's all about you.
Buddy, you would have died if it wasn't for Bellamy.
You didn't truly read this.
Oh my god.
The shadow of all.
Yeah, just Let him
Get that leg of
be.
yours. Throw it on the rope.
Bastard!
The rope.
Just when I thought he was, you know, clicking into common sense. Oh, there we go. I think he was just trying to set it up.
Have some faith.
Truly transcended.
And we're back to this.
Can we just,
We're
like,
on a pilgrimage of our own.
put the shepherd to one side
be.
and
I'm headed for the exit.
But
talk
the shepherd
about,
guides
like,
us both.
I don't know, how beautiful nature is. And not involving the shepherd.
You sure your shepherd isn't laughing at us?
I was gonna say, like, awkward placements of the anomaly, like, portals. I mean, I wouldn't, like... He's gonna take shelter. Listen to his beloved shepherd. But... I mean, I can see taking shelter as a viable option, but remove the shepherd, like, propaganda BS.
I'm not afraid.
Oh. But they are fighting for what they believe in. Both of them is at the end of the day. Oh? It's a bit pretty, to be fair.
He spoke of the beings in the cave, of their ascension. You saw it yourself.
I don't know what happened here. Those
He had a
things
little
didn't
help,
ascend.
to be fair.
That book of yours says the civilization needs to have the tech know-how enough to work the stone. And those beings of light, they lived in a cave.
They were pure. All we
So
know
done.
is that transcendence is born of a civilization's core. Death and despair hover around you like a shroud. A consequence of your selfish love.
Please tell me again how it's better not to love.
Love is not the problem. It's how you love
I would
others.
agree with the, you know,
It's not
death
filling
and
the hole
despair.
inside you. I love all
Especially
people
how
equally.
that, like, relates
even love
to
you,
the continuous
a
wars they're
stranger.
embroiled in.
That's why I came back for you.
For all mankind, he saved us from fire that consumed the earth. In the light of the shepherd for all mankind, he will save us from the war to end all wars. Shadow of the shepherd for all mankind, he saved us from
Rope
the fire
in,
that
rope
consumed
in.
the earth.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Oh boy. This is validation. This is... Oh boy, Bellamy.
Go to the light, Bellamy. The light is the way.
That is... I'm calling it manipulation. That is bullshit.
Nothing's gonna change that.
If we're on that face when night falls, we'll freeze there.
We may. But the days are getting shorter.
And we could
This
just die
It's
trying.
our best chance.
So have a little faith.
Our only chance. Have some faith.
Slap that right back into his face. No. Oh, but oh my god, that is a scary way down. He's done. He's done like a Christmas turkey.
Light of the shepherd.
Oh my god. Reciting the words. It's gonna snap.
Inspired by strength.
Oh, it's gonna be so close, but so far. No? Okay. I thought it was gonna be so close, but so far. Some really nice visuals in this episode. Now just watch him get harpooned as soon as he's reached the finish line. Not Bellamy, but...
How can you be sure that the bridge is down there? This is the path of the shepherd! And it is like...
See, this is what I'm talking about. The awkward positioning. I mean, you came so far, it's either freeze up there... Geronimo! Ta-da! Where's the other dude? Or was he just like 5 centimeters to the right? Oh, Bell. He had no choice but to have faith, that's it.
And call me Bill.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
Pilgrim's Return.
How? We saw you die.
Well, yeah, subjective. And that.
Hold. She has the key.
The key is the flame. I think it's still in my head to say nothing.
There's something you should know.
Oh, Bellamy,
Mark
stop!
doesn't have the key. The flame was destroyed.
Well, we're fucked!
Sorry.
Hey, Bell, don't say anything. Hey, Bill. Your girl don't have the flame. I mean, we know why. He's more dedicated towards the faith than like, now more than ever. He's gotten validation, but still, it just pains me that Bellamy is on this side. So, but at the end of the day, he had, I guess one could say he had no choice really, because it was either that or freeze to death. So yeah, we didn't need this because we had this issue in season 3 with Bellamy ending up on the wrong side. But hopefully he doesn't go berserker like he did in season 3. But like season 3, he's got he's got some kind of pull to gravitate towards a more antagonistic side. So yeah, but hopefully that will be resolved soon, because I do have a theory going on regarding Bellamy and why he turned. So yeah, but at the same time, like, whatever the case may be, whatever, like, if the theory is true or not, some might say you can't blame Bellamy. He has nothing left to lose. It was, what was it, like 10 months in that cave? I'm not sure, but it was months that went by, long enough to the point where they started growing longer hair, where his buddy was about to get the Oliver Queen wig going for him. So yeah, but I do have a theory regarding why Bellamy suddenly bit towards the faith of the shepherd. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was a natural way of him just relaxing and seeping into that peace. I think it was the scorpion. I don't think it was there for random effect, or like, I think it has a reason. I think the toxins inside of it made Bellamy hallucinate, because he knows what Cadigan looks like. He knows what the shepherd looks like. And taking into the words of his friend, I'm not sure if we got a name for him, but taking the words of his friend into account, that meshed so well. So the hallucination from the scorpion and the words collided, and suddenly he started to believe. So that's what I feel like is going on. I feel like the scorpion may have kind of like meddled with his mind. It produced some kind of hallucination, rather than Bellamy naturally seeing the light like everyone on Bardo does. But I don't think that's been the case for everyone on Bardo. I think they naturally found the light, potentially. But I think for Bellamy's case, he just took a chunk out the Scorpion. It meddled with his mind. He saw the Shepherd, and he started finding reasons to believe. So whether that theory is true is yet to be seen. But that's currently what I am thinking regarding Bellamy and his new leap of faith. So yeah, but I really liked this episode. It was slower paced, and it was really good focusing on a singular story, because with most episodes this season we've had a bit of back and forth going on. But we focused solely on Bellamy, and it was slower paced. So yeah, but I really liked I guess the easing of the tension, because we knew that Bellamy wasn't going to die. His friend potentially could have died, but that was it. Like, as soon as we knew that Bellamy didn't die in that explosion, like we all kind of saw coming, Bellamy was not going to die in this episode. Like, they weren't going to keep him like out of action like 7 episodes. Okay, you're back for 1 episode, and then so yeah. So yeah, it was a nice, slower paced episode, seeing what was going on with Bellamy, and seeing how, like, well, not just delving into his character, but also seeing how he went from one extreme to the other, because he was so adamant on keeping that belief that he wasn't going to be swayed to the beliefs of the Shepherd, despite what his friend had to say. But there was some very, very interesting like points that were brought up, like the idea of fighting for his friends, which led to it was really good. Like, certain moments like that led to him finding that faith, because, for example, when they went up that snowy mountain, and it was a difficult incline, his friend was like, we should take shelter, and Bellamy was so persistent on trying to return to his friends, and that this is another one of the Shepherd's tests. And had it not been for his friend, Bellamy would have died. He would have died out in the snow. So yeah, and that would lead to Bellamy eating that Scorpion and potentially hallucinating that brain of his. So yeah, but yeah, it does create that stubbornness. Like, I feel like both characters have their own areas of stubbornness, but Bellamy more so potentially. I mean, Bellamy does have like that trait that he can be stubborn at times, but with him going up the, like, even I was thinking I would probably take shelter potentially, but at the end of the day, that was it. Like, he had to take shelter, and then had to start believing for the skies to clear. So yeah, but yeah, he was acting a bit stubborn there, like of course wanting to go up in that storm. His friend said that you will die, and he could have died. So yeah, but I also, like I said, I like the idea that there was a big talk about Bellamy and his friends, and how what's the word I'm looking for? How how disadvantageous it is for Bellamy. Like, this it shrouds him in this darkness, his friends, whereas the guy he was with, he is more open. He despite nearly killing Bellamy at the beginning, but he is more open. He sees humanity as an equal. He does not have that bias. So and there was definitely that lecture going on for for Bellamy, that he does shroud himself in that darkness, that selfishness, and that selfishness nearly got himself killed, because of course going up in that mountain, it nearly led him to literal darkness, like death. So, and it was only for him to bring him in. It was only for that guy to bring him into the cave where he found the light. And that's what that guy is wanting Bellamy to do, to find the light rather than be shrouded in that darkness. So, yeah, but this is it. Bellamy is that guy. Like, he's supposed to be that guy who is fighting for his friends. That's his character. Like, he's fought for Octavia, fought for Clark. Like, season 4, for example, he was not going to rest whatsoever until Clark made it back to the rocket, but that was never going to be the case. He will do anything for his own people, and that's Bellamy in a nutshell. He will do anything to fight for those he's aligned to. So, whereas that guy did lecture him about that bias, that is Bellamy. That is Bellamy. He fights for his friends at the end of the day. So it's just going to be very interesting to see where things do go, because now he's, I mean, I would say sold out Clark with the fact that he's revealed to the Shepherd that she does not have the flame anymore. But he is roped into that faith. So, and he wants to be, now he's got that mindset where he wants to be loyal to the Shepherd. Even if it means kind of screwing over your friends a bit. So, yeah, but hopefully, like, my feeling is the memory extraction could correct Bellamy. Like, we'll see a different perspective of Bellamy interacting with the Shepherd. Like, the Shepherd wasn't there in his hallucination. And he was dazed from the Scorpion. I'm not sure. I do feel like the memory extraction will correct Bellamy on the right path. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I thought this was a nice, slower paced episode. It was great to see some callbacks with Pike, with I'm Not Afraid, what Bellamy was echoing as he marched up the mountain. There was some really interesting dialogues being exchanged between that guy and Bellamy, especially regarding their differences in beliefs. And there was a very tense moment, of course, where I thought that guy was going to die, to be fair. Like, and there would be that, like, responsibility that Bellamy would keep the faith in honor of him. So, I thought he was going to die for sure, especially with how the rope seemed less stable. But, yeah, I really liked how this episode went by. Slower paced, maybe, but I really loved how it flowed, and seeing what's been going on with Bellamy and how he's changed since we last saw him on Bardo. And yeah, it will be very interesting to see how things go now that Bellamy has been swayed into this cult. So, yippee! But this was the 100, episode number 11 of season 7. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!